Kadeena, you're back on a British team, you're back at the World Championships. How much does it mean to be back in that kit and on this team at these champs?
Do you know what? It's been such a long journey to get back here. I've literally not competed internationally since the last World Champs. Spent the year injured, and then I've had issues with the eating disorder. So it's just amazing to be on the team, to be representing, to kind of have the management and the team staff having their faith in me and everyone just behind me and just, hoping to go out there and smash it.
What's it been like for you missing competitions like the European Championships last year?
Do you know what? It's been quite weird. Like, I've just kind of taken myself away from the whole kind of athletics world, so I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know what times had been done, just because I found it quite hard. Like, athletics is my happy place, so not being there was quite a struggle. But then you come back and I don't have a clue of who anyone is, don't know what times anyone's done, so it could be a bit of a surprise going into this race.
And talk us through, first of all, 2019. How have you found your season up to the World Champs?
It's been a really interesting season for me, just because I started training pretty much in June and then raced 3 weeks later at the anniversary games, which was nice to be back, but it was a bit of a baptism of fire. And I've slowly got quicker as the training's gone well, and I've ran one 400, which is the one that got me qualified. So it'll be nice to run another one. But yeah, I've just not done very much racing. I've not been fresh for anything, just because I've had to train, because I've had to catch up. So it'll be nice to kind of run a race with a bit of a taper, and I'm hoping it goes well, otherwise that'll be a bit of a muck-up.
And it's not just one race that you're doing out here, you're doing the 200 metres as well. How do you kind of plan around that? The 400's obviously your speciality, but you've thrown the two in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a very long way to come out here just to do one event. I'd like to come out here and run for a little bit longer than a minute. So we'll throw in another event. And the 200, it's actually quite competitive. I think looking at the rankings, the top 5 girls are all within kind of 2/10 of each other. So it's going to be another exciting race to do, and it's just nice to be in a race that's competitive, feeling competitive, and just get used to racing again, just because I really haven't done very much of it recently, and especially not on this kind of stage.
Talk us through London 2017 and your memories of that special night for you in the London Stadium.
Do you know what? London was absolutely amazing for me. Like, just walking out and hearing like so many people shouting my name was unreal. And then hearing my little sister shout my name really loud at the wrong time. But it was just amazing. I think they just kind of whirled me around the track, and it probably went out a little bit harder than planned, just because I could hear them all cheering. But it was nice to just come home, be able to run a strong race and win by a good distance, and, just kind of make the crowd happy. Like, it's good to compete at a home championships.
When you look back on your athletics career so far, what are the particular moments that stand out for you?
I think in terms of my career, probably one of the, it's probably my highlight, and it's getting a bronze medal in the 100 metres in Rio, just because it was just after my classification had changed. I kind of gone to be 9th in the world, so shouldn't have really made the final, so I had to dig deep and kind of train really hard to get to that point. So to be able to do that and get that one ticked off, it was my first race at the championship, so it kind of set a precedent, and it was nice to have that to kind of just run with, and I feel like that's kind of set up kind of my career to this point, and I'm hoping just to continue that.
At these championships, there's not only international competition for you, but there's competition within the team as well. There's 2 or 3 athletes that will be taken to the track alongside you. Is that something that you're going to thrive on?
Yeah, do you know what? I think I love the team. Like, I love everyone that's on the team with me. But as soon as you get on that start line, they're all just other athletes, and I want to be the best of those people. So it doesn't matter who's there on the line. I just know that I'm going out there to be number one, and that's what I'm aiming for. And unfortunately, if that means someone on the team comes behind me, then so be it.
Talk us through the training plan that's gone into getting you to Dubai, given that you've had such a late start to the season.
Yeah, so my training's actually been quite interesting. We realised that I couldn't tolerate as much of the running itself, more so because of the knee injury that I had, and then I picked up Achilles injuries, and then kind of 10 days before Paris I picked up a hamstring tear, so I've had a lot of issues injury wise. So I'm actually doing a lot more on the bike right now, kind of trying to get the bike work to supplement what I do for the 400. So I mean, it's just been tricky. I've been in so many heavy blocks of training, lifting super heavy, which is really positive, riding really quick on the track, to be fair, and doing a lot of work kind of behind a motorbike on the track, and then everything on the athletics track's just been kind of long runs, so I haven't done as much of the speed work. We only really got to put speed work into it in the last kind of 4 or 5 week block, just because all my injuries wouldn't tolerate it. So I've only just started putting speed in there, whereas it's all been more like speed endurance stuff. So it's been different, it's been interesting. It'll just be good to see how that's worked out and how my performances go off the back of that.
And for you, what would be a performance where you can walk away from the championship and say, I've done well? What's the expectation?
Do you know what? I want to go out and execute a clean race plan. Like, I feel like if I execute my race how I'm supposed to, then there's no reason why I cannot be on the top of that step. If I'm not there and I've executed a good race, I'll still be happy with it, because as long as I go out there and give it my all, then that's as good as I could have given. And anyone that beats me, they've had to work really hard to get there, so I'll respect them for it, as much as I'll be annoyed. But yeah, no, I think if I go out, run the race I should, like the shape I'm training in right now, I'd be hoping to be kind of in season's best, fingers crossed personal best kind of shape, and that would be amazing. But I think it just depends on the race. The conditions are tricky, like it's not like being at home in rainy Manchester. So it's going to be interesting, just the evening humidity and the heat, just to see how not just me but everyone else deals with that and how the race pans out.
And finally for you, what's it going to be like to finally get the British kit on and be on the start line once again?
I'm really excited just to get that in the kit. Like, it's the first time I've had a kit drop in ages, and to get all my new kit, put it all on. Like, when I tried it on, I was literally like, oh, this is it. And you kind of get into a different headspace. Like, my head's just like, okay, now it's go time. So I'm really excited just to go out there, kind of do my country proud, do my family proud, and just everyone that's supported me to this point. Like, I've had so much support kind of mentally and physically to get me on this line, and now I just need to go out there and execute and make everyone proud.